What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the Gemini Jets September 2022 releases. So, first release video that I am doing from my college dorm room, as I've said many times before. A lot of firsts coming for content from my college dorm room, but this is the first release video from there. So, just a moment away or so from the releases coming out, as my phone was doing something there. I'm not sure what it was doing, but whatever. We're on the Gemini Jets website, patiently waiting for 2 o'clock to show up, and that is when we'll have the new releases here, Thursday, August 25th of 2022. So, some expectations kind of going into this. I don't really have much, but considering they have so many options to do, and I've obviously expressed those suggestions many times in my past videos, you kind of have to have those expectations in check, because half the time they're not even going to do stuff that, I would like. So, but the only good thing that comes out of it, though, is that I can save up for later when the good stuff does come out. So we'll see what happens. But as always, what I like to do with these release videos for those that are new, because I did notice a recent influx in views on my 2 latest videos, so thanks to everybody that's been sharing it around and watching the video and all that, and even subscribing, because I know a couple new followers here, so maybe it got spread around quite a bit more. But yeah, these release videos, I start off with the 1-200s and just kind of work my way up the page, up to the 1-400s. So, let's go ahead and begin with the 1-200 releases. Let's see what we have. First up, we have a KC-135 from the McConnell Air Force Base. So pretty standard stuff here from Gemini Jets with the KC-135s. This one from McConnell. This is I think this is the one from the Wichita area in Kansas. Next up, we have a Qantas Link Embraer 190. So a release that was done in 1-400 not too long ago. So if you are a 1-200 Australian collector, this is a good opportunity to add another model to your collection. I know that for a fact. So really nice release here for those guys. Moving up the list, we have a Lufthansa 7879. This one, a flaps down release. They did this in 1-400 for their combined July-August set, where they released it over the course of those 2 months, but still within August here for that September set, but whatever. That's just kind of like how they do things. And then the following release will be a regular Lufthansa 7879 for those that may have a preference towards the regular wing configuration releases over the flaps down. So flaps down is just more meant for show than anything, or if you want like a really cool, realistic diorama where you can have that plane coming into land or taking off, that kind of stuff. That's kind of why it was created. Yeah. Next up, we have a JetBlue Airbus A321neo with the streamer's tail. So this is the 4058 Juliet, the same one that Gemini did a few months ago. I have that model. I picked that up at the Airliners International Convention in Chicago in Massive Unboxing number 12. Really fun time I had there. I know I've said that a lot, but I'm really looking forward to next year's convention in Dallas, Texas. So JetBlue A321neo for the 1-200 collectors. Hopefully this release is good. All right, moving up the list, I see a U above the J, so you know what that means. UAE, which is Emirates. More than likely going to be announced here in this set, so let's see what they have for the Emirates folks. And the website not loading here. Connection is not sufficient, even though it wasn't sufficient back at home, but we're just going to have to try this again. I try not to have as many of these technical faults, but there we go, we got it. Emirates 777-300ER, a regular livery, so no special Expo 2020 sticker, no fancy liveries, none of that BS, just a regular Emirates 777-300ER for those that are interested. All right, let's move up again. We got a D here. We have, nice retro here, Delta 757-200 Ron Allen livery, so a nice retro release here for the 1-200 collectors. Now, I hope that they do this in 1-400, because I know some people would be interested in having one of those. I kind of want one of these in my collection. I have a Delta Flot 75 already, but it'd be nice to have perhaps a Ron Allen and even a Widget 757, because those are really cool. Moving up the list, we have a British Airways de Havilland Twin Otter. So a very interesting little plane here from the Speedbirds here. So let's see if this is operated by any other particular airline. It doesn't give me any other details, so we'll just kind of have to work with that for now. But yeah, British Airways de Havilland Twin Otter, a unique little release there. Ooh, This tickles my fancy right here. A Braniff International Airways Lockheed L188 Electra. Now, this is a very old livery. This is from around the late 50s, I believe, like around the 1950s into the early 60s. This is the livery that they had before the colorful planes that they had. They call it the end of the plane or the jelly beans. This is the livery that they had before that whole campaign that they did, and those liveries are really cool. I would love to have one of those in my collection, so really hoping that maybe they'll do one of the jelly bean Electras. I know they did them a long time ago with like the 707s. I think they did some Electra as well back in the day too. That might have been Aero Classics. And they've done some of the 747s as well, so really hoping that maybe we can get some more of those in the future, as I have been getting into retro stuff as of late, and that definitely does tickle my fancy, like I said. Alright, let's continue here with a really good 1-200 set so far. Some variety, a little bit for everyone here. A little of everything for everyone, I should say. Here we go, American Airbus A321. We have the Medal of Honor Flagship Valor Special Livery. So this is a release that they had on the future previews. I saw the 1-400 release was also removed from the future releases, so that there's a good chance that they will have that in the 1-400 set as well. And let's see what else they have up here at the top. This is not the last release. We got one more here. Tap it a couple times. There we go. Finally loaded, we have an Alaska 737-800 and honoring those who serve livery. I know they did this in 1-400 quite a while ago. I have the NG release as well that was done in late 2020. I think it was in the October 2020 set. So nice release here for those that maybe were looking for this and didn't want to, pay out the rear for one of these things in the 400 scale. But if you're a 1-200 collector and you always want a 1 and 200, here's a good opportunity to get one. Alright, that's everything for 1-200. We got one military release here, so let's see what's on the table for this. We have the United States Air Force C-5 Galaxy. This is a Super Galaxy variant from the Dover Air Force Base. I know they had this on a future releases for a while. It was gone maybe like a month or two prior, but they hadn't done it yet until now, so that one has been taken care of. But here we go, up to the 1-400 stuff, so let's see what they have in store. Again, not trying to get my hopes up or anything, at least being an American collector. There's one particular plane that I've been looking for, and I will keep pushing for it in my videos. In fact, I'm already planning that out here for the next several airport updates I'll be recording here this coming weekend. It will be Des Moines and Sioux Falls, so I'll be pushing for... I'll be adding that to the script for the video when I get back home this weekend, so that's kind of my plan here with that. Let's check out the 1-400 releases. Let's see what is on the table. Will we get good stuff? Will we get mess stuff? Will we kind of get whatever stuff? I don't know. That's why we're here to do this. Alright, first up we have a Volaris Airbus A320 Neo with a special livery on it. Looks like it's got a 100 towards the tail of the plane, so let's see what this is all about. This is the 100 Avianas. I know I probably butcher that, so probably like 100th aircraft or something like that, and that's if I had to guess what it is referencing, as I like to say, for that livery. So nice little choice there for Gemini Jets to do, and they haven't done a Volaris aircraft in a little while. I think like 2020 was the last time they did one, so kind of nice to see them make a return here for the releases. Tap it like 4 times. Oh my god, you gotta be joking right now. Holy hell, a Mesa CRJ 900. Dude, that is unbelievable. A Mesa Airlines CRJ 900. I have a custom of one of these, but I am tempted to get this. I have a gut feeling this is probably going to sell like hotcakes. So, damn, that is a really good release right there. My goodness. So, Gemini Jets really doing good there with the regionals. That's not the one I'm looking for, but that is a good start. So I'll give them credit where it is due. So that one I'm probably going to have to get. Even though I do have a Mesa CRJ 900 custom, I would like to have a die-cast variant as well. I mean, just have more variant in the collection, I guess, or more variety or whatever. Wow, nice other release here. This is Poppy the Prairie Dog, Frontier Airbus A320 Neo. Holy cow, these releases are really centered around American collectors this month. I can already tell. So some really good stuff here this month for Gemini Jets. So that is really cool to see them. Next up, we have a CP Air 727. I believe this is a 200 variant. Let me check here again just to be sure. Yeah, it is 727-200. Registration on this is Charlie-Golf Charlie Papa Bravo. So nice little thing that they did there in 1-200 not too long ago. So that is something of note. All right, let's move up again. We have a British Airways Airbus A350-1000 with the flaps down configuration. So another one of these A350s that they've done. I think that's like the fourth one that they've released so far, and I think this is their first flaps down one that they've done. But expecting that next release to be a regular wing configuration for those that have that preference on that. Again, images are not loading here, but we're just going to have to assume that. So, and its item number looks the same anyway, so whatever. We'll keep the flow going here. And here's that American A321 flagship Valor that I was talking about earlier with the 1-200 releases. This is obviously something that a lot of people were wanting. I know NG just did one last month, and I did say that Gemini was probably going to do it. So I think that was kind of their plan anyway, waiting for NG to do it, and then they would just throw it in there whenever. Wow, Allegiant A319, a regular Allegiant A319 with like accurate wingtips. Now, I know the engines are probably going to be something that a lot of people are going to crap them on, but this may be useful for me, so I may have to get this one. So some really good releases here. That is nice to see. My goodness. Okay. Let's see what we have up next. Now, I know another one that they removed from the future release set was the Alaska Orca 737 MAX 9. And speaking of which, it is right there. So that is a really nice livery, actually. Not gonna lie, I love the deep blue, and then you have all the Orcas on the plane, and even the one on the tail too. That looks really cool. So nice to see that coming from Gemini Jets. And then we'll round up everything. Looks like we have an E above, so perhaps another carrier. I think. Let's see what we got going on here. We have an Aer Lingus Regional ATR 72 to cap off this set of releases for September of 2022. Alright, that is everything that we have this month. So expectations were met, and they were actually surpassed a little bit. Still no Delta Connection Embraer 175, but some good stuff here nonetheless. That Allegiant A319, oh boy, that is probably going to be something I'm going to get right away here. And that Mesa CRJ 900, oh my goodness, I am definitely going to be eyeing that. I know I already have one as a custom, but I think having an official die-cast version, which is way better than what I could possibly do for a custom, that would be applicable for the collection. So, yeah, let's take a look at some other stuff here. That Alaska Orca Max is definitely coming for a little while. The Frontier Neo is a nice welcome touch, a welcome return for Frontier with Poppy the Prairie Dog. That exact aircraft I actually saw in Sioux Falls well back in 2017. I think that was the first Neo that I caught up close, so I may have to get that just for that. So that's going to be the tentative plan here in regards to that. American Flagship Valor, I'll probably get the NG release just because they did that. I have not gotten that pre-order in yet, so I should probably place that here before that's all gone. Otherwise, some of the other non-American stuff, the British Airways A350s are really nice. Really looking forward to seeing those photos. I think they did. I thought they did one not too long ago, maybe like within the last 6 months, but I could be mistaken on that. And then the Canadian Pacific CP Air, that's a nice touch there for the retro collectors, and then the Volaris Neo on there. That's actually really nice to see as well. So nice variety going for us this month for the 1-400 stuff. And then there's that C5 Super Galaxy. I don't really worry about those too much because it's just kind of the same few things over and over. But for those that like Dover Air Force Base stuff, there's a good chance to get some stuff from that. Take a look at the 1-200 stuff. I'm loving the variety here as well. The Alaska honoring those who serve, the Flagship Valor for both scales, so you have that opportunity across both scales if you want to get one of those. The Braniff Electra tickles my fancy. I'm really hoping they do that in 1-400 because I kind of love that livery, not going to lie. I would prefer maybe if it was one of the Jelly Bean ones, but that livery is also really nice. And I'm really hoping to find, like, trying to think, because Sioux Falls used to get Braniff well back in the 50s, right after they merged with McConnett Airlines. They got that service that McConnett had out of Sioux Falls up in, like, the northern part of the United States. So hopefully, I think they sent like DC-6s and Convair 240, so I'm really hoping I can find one of those, perhaps from Aero Classics, but those are going to be hard to find. The Delta 752 Ronell, and that's going to be really nice. I bet that will be a popular model for those that are looking to get one of those. And let's see some of the other stuff here. JetBlue Neo, nice to see a good Emirates 777 release. Only one Emirates release this month, but it's also probably a welcomed release, better than the special liveries. Lufthansa, Qantas Link, and then, of course, the KC-135. So some pretty standard stuff from Gemini Jets here on the 1 to 200 side of things. So I think my picks for this month, it's probably going to be that Allegiant A319, maybe that Frontier Neo, and then that Mesa CRJ 900. So that is definitely going to be something I'm going to be eyeing here in the future. And oh yeah, that Alaska Orca 737 MAX, I can't forget that. So going to be a bit of an expensive month this month, so really have to pick wisely here with what I really want. But otherwise, a really nice set here for American collectors, and some good stuff for some other folks outside of the U.S. as well. Maybe not many options, but better than nothing. So with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.